Hello! I recently acquired this guitar, which is a Maverick F1. I picked this up second hand for about £180, and this thing is probably about 10 years old, and surprisingly it is in incredibly good condition. There are practically no marks and scrapes on it, and yeah, it's looking good. So basically what I'm doing is I'm just stringing it and setting it up and checking it over, and I figured I would film my progress and what I'm doing and maybe teach you a thing or two in the process. So here we go. So as you play it for a bit, we'll probably go out of tune a few more times. Okay, so it feels very, very nice. That feels really good. I've not really done anything yet. I've restrung it and straightened the neck, and the action feels wonderful. Okay, so now you've played it for a bit and tuned it, the strings are worn in, the neck is straight and the neck has bedded in, and now we can adjust the action. So the best way of doing that, I find, is to just do it by feel and by ear. You can get little action rules, and it says like at the 3rd fret it has to be this, at the 12th fret it has to be this, millimeters, whatever, but it's entirely subjective, really. As long as I'll show you, okay? The best way of doing it, how I find, is to play every fret on every string and just listen to the notes. Okay, what you want to do is go through them all. Just like that. And if any of them are dead buzzy notes, for example, if this one was and the note fretted out, then generally it happens further up here somewhere, then the action is going to be a bit too low, so you need to raise it. And the next thing to do is to go through, once you've got all those notes working right, is to go through and bend every single note. And once you've done that, if any of the notes choke out, so say it got to there on the bend and it went and it cut off, then you could do with raising the action a little bit. But like I did it then, all of them are perfect and it feels about right, but it could go down a bit more. So what you want to do, take a little teensy Allen key, and down here in the saddles there are 2 little grubs that adjust the height of the saddle. Okay, so your saddle is going to go up and down, and the string is going to go up and down, and then you test them all again. So, put the Allen key in. This could do with going down a little bit, so you want to go down. Again, small turns, just like the truss rod. That was like a quarter turn. You put it in again, and again, quarter turn. And then tune the string up. And then you go through it all again. That's good. There you go. And that's alright. So there was a couple of very slightly choky notes up here, so if I go down any more, I'm likely to start choking out some more notes. So we can test that by going down another quarter turn, another quarter turn, and go through them again. So again, 2 note. And not too bad that. Slightly choking out. Okay, so I'm not going to go any further with that. And then if you look down the strings this way, you probably can't see on the camera, but that string is considerably lower than all the others now. Okay, and this neck, the radius is pretty wide. It's a very, very flat neck. So we should be able to get most of them just about the right height of that. You can get a set of radius gauges, which I have got, which are useful for many things, but for your action, again, just feel and ear is what I find the best way of doing it. So let's do your second string. That's all right. So again, quarter turn. Doing it. Still all right. But again, if you look down the neck, that's slightly higher. I could probably go down a little bit more. Again, it's on feel as well. Some people don't like a really low action because they find they can't bend strings or get good pull-offs, or things that you can't get any purchase on a low action. But I like mine as low as I can get it, really. Okay, so that third fret's buzzing a little bit, but we'll keep going. Okay. We've got notes choking out up here, which isn't great. So that means I can go back up a little bit, take that quarter turn we just did, back out. And that's that one sorted. And then you just do the same for all your other strings. It's a long, tedious process, so I'm going to spare you watching the next 25 minutes of me doing this. Unless you want to. In which case, I'll just make another video of me doing it for another guitar. So yes, I will be back when it is done. So, done that. And the action is as good as it's going to get for now. Bear in mind, this is a setup without having checked the frets and leveled the frets and things like that, which, again, a lot of you won't know how to do or won't have the tools to do or the money to get it professionally done, because it can be quite expensive. So this is setting it up as good as it can go in its current state. That's the main thing. So occasionally you'll have one fret sticking up a bit, or it's got a notch in it. That means one specific note just goes, and all the rest are perfect. In that case, there's nothing much you can do with action and setup and things. It's a fret job, which I'm going to do on this one at some point, but not just yet. I want to play with it first. I just got it today. So there you go. Okay, and my other rule that I like to follow is, if I turn the volume down, if you can hear this, there is flapping and buzzing on the neck. So you can hear bzzz a little bit, if you can hear that. For me, that doesn't bother me at all. As long as the notes coming through on the amp aren't really dead buzzy notes. The slight buzz you get from just playing, just acoustically, again, doesn't really matter to me. Some people get really bothered by that, in which case you just need to lift the action up again, or maybe put a little bit of relief in the neck, which can lift it up a little bit. So maybe intentionally bow the neck slightly, which again some people do. But personally, that does not bother me at all. As long as it doesn't come through on the amp, it's fine. Okay, so that is setting the action on the guitar. Next up, intonation.